Hello everybody. Today I will talk again how to use the Speech Articulation Trainer app uh, version 4 for teaching speech sounds, and today we will concentrate on vowels. So this is the main menu. We will go to the submenu consonants. Sorry, I will talk about on consonants today, and I will talk on fricatives today. So here we have the voiceless and the voiced fricatives, the voiceless ones.
F,
I will put it a little louder. So,
F, S, Ech, Ech,
or some voiced ones.
Ev, Ez, Ej.
Okay. So, looking at the fricatives, taking the example
S,
S. So we can first of all go to the movements, which were very important in the case of plosives, but can be interesting as well in the case of fricatives.
S,
So here we see the first vowel, e, s, and in the case of the s, we see we have a noise source for frication and oral noise source, and we have the glottal wide opening for voiceless fricatives. And after that, after the release, we have the schwa vowel in the final position. Okay, in contrast, we will see a voiced fricative. So we go back to consonants. Voiced fricatives.
Ez,
Go to the submenu movements.
Ez,
See the same. And now here we can see the difference is that the glottis is not widely opened. This colored arrow marks phonation. So we have one noise source for phonation here, a glottal noise source, and we have the frication noise source here. Going further on, we are coming to the voiced last sound, which is a vowel, the schwa vowel. Okay, we can do something more. Going back to the consonants, looking to the S,
S,
we can go in the main menu values. And this menu always starts with model parameters, which are important in the case of vowels, that are mainly these three ones, but these three ones are important as well in the case of consonants. So the velum has to be fully closed. The glottal aperture is important in order to distinguish between voiced and voiceless sounds, and glottal pressure needs to have some value in order to speak. So if we now here change the glottal opening to wider opening, nothing really happens. It stays as a voiceless fricative. But if we reduce the glottal opening, we come to the voiced part, and so now we have again both noise sources. So we moved from an S to an Z, and if we close the glottis further on, we come to a glottal stop. And yeah, so going back to the voiceless fricative. So if we lower the subglottal pressure below a certain value, of course, we cannot speak anymore. We need some subglottal pressure for speaking. Okay, beside this more or less vocalic parameters, we now can move on to the consonantal parameters. And here we see in the case of this apical fricative, we at least can change as well the degree of constriction. So we move back to a from the s to an or to a wide breathing opening. At least the ha would be a little bit more closed glottis. What we can change as well is, if we have the constriction, we can change from a fricative to a plosive, and from a fricative to a lateral. Okay, but we will stay with the fricative here. At least we can change as well the tongue tip position here to the TH, to the S, and to the sh sound. So from dental back to alveolar and more back to postalveolar. Okay, this can done for the labial closure and for dorsal closures as well. Okay, last but not least, we choose again a consonant in the main menu sound. Okay, it always starts with the vowel, with the consonants, with the vowels, so we have to go to consonants.
S,
We choose that, and now we can do this, maybe this more or less fun application. We can see whether we can utter it correctly.
S,
So I have to start it. So when we click here, we first of all hear what we have to say. And then I now can try to say it. With start, I open the microphone. With stop, I close the microphone. Esse. Okay, my voice is well recognized. It may not work thus good in case of other voices, but please be aware that the microphone section is more or less a fun application. We have to work on it in order to make a better software here in order to separate different voices and to give feedback on what are you doing wrongly by uttering a sound that is not included here in the moment. Okay, thank you very much thus far.